When I was 7, my father taught me how to ride a bike. It was exciting and scary. There was screaming and falling down, but eventually I figured it out. Be careful, stay in control, and always wear your helmet. I listened to what he said, mostly, because as I grew older I really didn't understand why I had to be that careful. Until one day I was racing downhill with my friends and I lost control. I lost control and crashed into my friend who sprained her ankle. There was screaming and everything went black. Ladies and gentlemen, ignorance is bliss. To believe that our actions have no repercussions, but that is just not reality. Reality is that we're all connected to each other in a cobweb of countries, races, religions, and nationalities. It means that everything we do affects one another, our society, and our future generations. It's explained by the butterfly effect, meaning that something as tiny as a flutter of a butterfly's wing could result in a massive chain of events later on. It proved how the actions of one egoistic individual managed to spark fire to the Second World War. Yet, ladies and gentlemen, we still believe that our individual actions have no significance in today's society, even though this society itself is the culmination of every individual action and decision our ancestors ever took. But today's world is slowly dying. There is pollution, there is deforestation, climate change, terrorism. We're facing the results of every action, every butterfly effect that was started centuries and centuries ago. From the first tree we cut down that led to massive deforestations, to the small gap between the rich and the poor escalating into what it is today. Ladies and gentlemen, we're witnessing the consequences of our actions. But the good news is that this pandemic has helped us realize this. It's shown us that regardless of whether being rich or poor, black or white, we are all equally vulnerable to this virus. That even if one country completely eradicates itself from this virus, the careless actions of one individual can infect the entire society, if not the world, in a blink of an eye. Ladies and gentlemen, the good news is that just as how one individual managed to start a world war, if all of us, if you and I start working together, we can definitely save this planet, this world, and our society. But we need to learn from our past, from our actions. You see, when I ride a bike now, I don't always wear a helmet, but I make sure never to lose control. I'm always careful, and I make sure not to hurt those around me. I hope by now our society too has learned its lesson, because it is high time that we started protecting it for each other and for our future generations. Be it by wearing a mask, by disposing of garbage probably, or donating to a charity, it is time that we started taking immediate action. Because this world is our home, as it's always been, forever. This home that we destroyed, it can only be built back and healed if we do it together.